Good morning, guys. This is Tavian with ABC Schooling, here to show you guys the new updated pre-trip inspection as of August 19, 2023. Gonna start off with my 5 amber lights up top, not cracked, damaged, or burnt out, all in one piece, properly mounted, secure with no missing hardware. The 3 in the middle are used to signify that this is a commercial vehicle. They are my ID lights. 2 outer ones are my marker lights. They are used to signify the height and width of my tractor. We're gonna move on to our hood mirrors. Properly mounted, secure to our hood, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean with no illegal stickers to obstruct my view. We're gonna move on to our indicator light. Properly mounted, secure, not cracked, damaged, or burnt out, amber in color, used for our left-right turn signal and 4-way flasher. We're gonna move on to our headlights. They are white in color, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, damaged, or burnt out, functioning properly. They're used for my low beams and high beams. We're gonna take a step back. We're gonna take a look under my vehicle. I do not see any low-hanging hoses that can get caught or ripped out. I do not see any puddles indicating a coolant or oil leak, and my vehicle is level, meaning I do not have a tire or suspension problem. If my vehicle is favoriting either side, leaning to the left or right, it would indicate that I have a tire or suspension problem. Now we're gonna open up our hood using 3 points of contact and move on to our driver's side motor. Now we're gonna move to our driver's side motor. We just did the front part. We're gonna start off with our general hoses. Properly mounted, secure, not ripped, torn, or frayed, no audible or visible leaks. It's properly connected on both ends with clamps. Coolant reservoir, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece, properly capped, filled between high and low levels, used to store my coolant. We have our coolant reservoir hose, not ripped, torn, or frayed, properly mounted, secure, clamped on both ends with no audible or visible leaks. Engine oil filler tube, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, damaged, or broken, all in one piece with no audible or visible leaks, properly capped, used to fill engine oil when needed. I have my engine oil dipstick, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, damaged, or broken, all in one piece, used to check my engine oil level, should be in between high and low levels. Power steering reservoir, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no audible or visible leaks. It is properly capped, filled between high and low levels. Power steering hose, not ripped, torn, or frayed, properly connected on both ends with clamps. I have my steering column, properly mounted, secure, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no more than 2 inches of free play. It is secured with U-joints. The U-joints are not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece, properly greased and secured with nuts. Gonna move down. I have my steering box. It's properly mounted, secured to my tractor frame with bolts, not dented, broken, or cracked, in working order. Gonna move down to my linkage. I have my pitman arm, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece, no illegal welds, secured with capsule nuts and cotter pins. I have my drag link, not dented, broken, or cracked, properly mounted, secure with no illegal welds. And I have my steering arm, properly mounted, secure, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds. Again, secured with capsule nuts and cotter pins. In between, I have rubber bushings, not ripped, torn, or frayed with no audible or visible leaks. Have my spring mount, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece, secured to my tractor frame with bolts. It is used to mount my leaf spring. Leaf spring is not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds. A quarter or more of my leaf springs are not damaged or missing. If it were damaged or missing, it would place my tractor out of service. It is secured with U-bolts. Moving on, we have our shock absorber. Not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece, properly mounted, secured to our tractor frame with bolts. In between my shock absorber, I have rubber seals. The rubber seals are not ripped, torn, or frayed, no audible or visible leaks. Any damage to my shock absorber can result in reduced vehicle handling. Alrighty, moving on to my brakes. I have my brake cable. Not ripped, torn, or frayed, properly connected on both ends with no exposed copper wire showing. Moving on to my brake hose. Not ripped, torn, or frayed with no audible or visible leaks, properly connected on both ends with clamps. Moving on, we have our brake drums. Not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds. There's no bluing to show excessive heating. Moving on, we have our brake shoes. Not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds. They are not worn dangerously thin and have at least a quarter life left. For my brake contaminants, I do not see any black residue that can indicate grease, oil, or metal-to-metal friction, which can lead to reduced braking friction or lead to a crash. I do not see any white residue that indicates a fire extinguisher was used. Moving on to my tire. My front steer tire should be always matching, evenly worn on both sides, and it can never be recapped. Gonna look at the top and side walls of my tire. They are not ripped, torn, or frayed, with no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, or audible or visible leaks. Gonna look at my tire. My tire thread should be at no less than 4 30-seconds tread life. I would check that with a thread gauge or tire depth gauge. Again, always matching, never recap, okay. Moving on, have my valve stem. Not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no audible or visible leaks. I would use this to be able to check my tire air pressure with a tire air gauge. My tire should be at 80 to 100 psi unless otherwise specified by the manufacturer. There's no space in between my rim and my tire to indicate I have a flat tire or a warped rim. My rim is not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds. It is properly secured with lug nuts. My lug nuts are all present, not dented, broken, or cracked, properly mounted, secure. There's no rust or shiny thread to indicate looseness. Now we finished with our wheel assembly. We're gonna move on to the side of the vehicle. Have my side marker properly mounted, secure, not cracked, damaged, or burnt out, all in one piece. It is amber in color. Use my left-right turn signal, 4-way flasher, and or running lights. Also has no missing hardware. Have my mirror. It is used as my traffic monitoring device, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, with no illegal stickers to obstruct my view. We have our def tank. Not damaged, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no audible or visible leaks. It is properly capped. Cap has a safety link on it. It is filled to at least 1/8 of a tank. I have a hose that's connected to my container. It's not ripped, torn, or frayed, with no audible or visible leaks. Properly connected on both ends with my batteries. My batteries supply electrical current for my vehicle's functions or serve as a partial or primary source of power. Any damage to my batteries can lead to electrical shortages that can lead to an electrical fire. The cables connected to my batteries are not ripped, torn, or frayed, properly connected on both ends with clamps with no excessive corrosion. Moving on, we have our fuel tanks. I have 2 of them, so I'll be talking about them as a pair. They are not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece, properly secured to my tractor frame with straps, with no illegal welds or audible or visible leaks. These straps are not dented, broken, or cracked, properly mounted, secured to my tractor frame with bolts. My fuel tanks are properly capped. The cap is properly secured with a safety chain inside, no audible or visible leaks. We have our fuel hose, not ripped, torn, or frayed, no audible or visible leaks. For the manual version of this truck, your battery box will be located underneath your catwalk. I will be making a separate video on the manual one, but if you watch this one first, your battery box is located underneath your catwalk. This is on the 2015 Frieghtliner Cascadia. I have my tractor frame, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece, no illegal welds or holes. Everything is properly mounted, secured to it. we have our cross member, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds, properly secured in between my tractor frame. From here, I know some of you guys started off with the old test. It was broken up into A, B, or C. Then you do coupling next. The way I like to teach it now, you want to do your coupling while you're right here so you do not miss it at all. For our coupling, we have our electrical cable, not ripped, torn, or frayed, with no exposed wire or copper showing. It is connected to my tractor, suspended on a bungee, and connected to my trailer with enough free play to be able to make turns but not rest on my catwalk. Damaged lines may result in loss in ability to communicate maneuvers to other drivers, like my left-right turn signal or my brake lights. If in the event that a driver cannot see my maneuvers that I'm trying to communicate, it can lead to a crash. Have my red hose, which is used for my emergency. Blue hose is used for service. Again, they are connected to my tractor, suspended on a bungee with enough free play to make turns, but not drag on my catwalk. They are secured to my tractor with glad hands. The glad hands are not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no outboard visible leaks. In between, we have rubber seals. Rubber seals are not ripped, torn, or frayed, no outboard visible leaks. During your test, do not take this off to show them. Just point to it. There are rubber seals in between. I just wanted you guys to get a better visual representation of what it is. Alrighty, moving on. We have our fifth wheel platform. It mounts my skid plate properly to my tractor frame. It is not dented, broken, or cracked, no illegal welds, properly secured against my tractor frame with mounting bolts. We have our release arm. It's currently in lock position. It is used to lock and unlock my locking jaws. It is not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no missing hardware or illegal welds. Again, it is in the lock position. Then I would have my locking jaws, properly mounted, secure, not dented, broken, or cracked, no illegal welds. It embraces my kingpin to secure my tractor to my trailer. Both my kingpin and locking jaws are properly greased. My kingpin is properly welded to my pickup apron, securing my tractor to my trailer. It is not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no missing hardware. Again, it is properly greased. Any damage to my kingpin can result in handling problems, rollovers, or separation of my tractor and trailer, leading to a crash. Have my pickup apron not dented, broken, or cracked, properly mounted, secured to my tractor frame. My pickup apron should be lying flat on my skid plate with no gap in between. There should be no gap in between my pickup apron and skid plate. My skid plate should be flush with my pickup apron. It is always properly greased, allowing free play when making left and right turns or maneuvers. Not dented, broken, or cracked, with no illegal welds. Then we're going to move on. We're going to tell them there's enough space in between the rear of my tractor and my landing gear for me to be able to make turns freely. Moving on. We have our two red lights on the bottom. They are properly mounted, secure, not cracked, damaged, or burnt out. Used for our left-right turn signal, four-way flasher, and brake lights. I have my DOT reflectors. They are red and white in color, highly visible. And then we have our white light, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, damaged, or burnt out. Used for our reverse light. Continuing on, we're to the full trailer, or Part C. We have our clearance light, amber in color, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, damaged, or burnt out, all in one piece with no missing hardware. Moving on. We have our DOT tape, red and white in color, highly visible, covering at least 50% of our trailer, wrapping at least 50% of our trailer. We have our trailer frame, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds. Under, holding our trailer frame together, we have our trailer cross members. Properly mounted secure, not cracked down, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds. We have our trailer floor. It is all in one piece, as a whole, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds. We have our landing gear crank arm. It is used to raise and lower our landing gear, currently in a stow position. We have our landing gear legs. Properly greased, not dented, broken, or cracked, with no illegal welds, in the stow position. We have our landing gear boots, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds. They have enough free play to be level to the ground when lowered. Moving on, we have our ABS light, amber in color, not cracked, damaged, or burnt out, all in one piece with no missing hardware. We have our end of trailer side marker, properly mounted secure, not cracked, damaged, or broken, all in one piece with no missing hardware as well. Red in color, amber in color. Moving to the rear of my trailer, I have my ID lights. Used to signify that this is a commercial vehicle, red in color, not cracked, damaged, or burnt out with no missing hardware. I have my 4 lights on the bottom. They're used for my left-right turn signal, 4-way flasher, and brake lights. They're, again, red in color, not cracked, damaged, or burnt out, all in one piece, properly mounted secure with no missing hardware. We have our DOT bar, properly mounted secure, not dented, broken, or cracked, all in one piece with no illegal welds. To be able to complete it, we're gonna come to the side of our vehicle, tell them everything is the same on the right side of my vehicle. Only difference is, on the left side of my vehicle, I have my landing gear crank arm. That concludes my pre-trip inspection.